Welcome, everybody, to the open bar here on Stay Tuned Sports on this beautiful Friday, April 3rd of the year 2026, the far future. We're living it now, ladies and gentlemen. My name is King. That's a good friend Jimbo right over there. Thank you, everybody, for joining us so much. Couple things just to start off here. If you like any part of this channel, anything that we do here, don't know why you would. Maybe just like these handsome faces. Look at, where are you going to find this kind of stuttery? Where are you going to find this kind of just absolute sexual machismo? Anywhere on the internet. You're not gonna. So if you're into that, no matter who you are, man or woman, hey, listen, we don't judge here. This is a safe space for everybody. No matter who you are, hit that like button, hit that share button, let the people know that this channel does exist. Those certainly help. And, of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet, or this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers right here on the great and glorious platform known as YouTube. All right, now we got all that out of the way. Oh, wait, yeah, link for donation station, merch store, everything like that. Top of the chat, description below. You know the deal by this point. Every channel does it. It's not making anything new here with that. But outside of that, Jimbo, how we doing, brother?
Not too bad. Usually I'm the first one on here to get the Zoom set up. And I was a little late because I had to show the wife the whole Madden Orlowski's ESPN thing that was going on.
Or Schlavski's there. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I needed someone else to cry other than myself to watch that because it was very emotional. But kudos to the kid.
Oh, that's the Madden Orlovsky there,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, with the autism and and the things like that, where he was able to go ahead and that was pretty good. That got good traction.
And he has good taste in football team.
What, is he an Eagles fan?
Oh, yep. He asked his father if he could sing the Eagles fight song. You know what his father didn't do? Much like what you do to me, he didn't mute him. He said, "Go ahead, sing out your little heart," and he did. So he's giving me inspiration. I'm going to sing out my little heart.
That's just bad parenting. That's just bad parenting. If we're going to be honest, is it as bad as some of Orlovsky's takes? Maybe not, but oh no, it's good to see Crafty in the chat, not complaining about our intro. Thank you so very much for that. Lloyd in the chat. He says, when I drank, it was beer. By the way, yeah, we got I didn't know what to put in for the poll. So the poll question today was, what is your go-to beverage, adult beverage as it were, if you go out to drink, if you're at, just hanging out with friends, hanging out with family, going to a party, something like that. Like, what is your go-to? What is like your, hey, this is good? Is it just your regular old beer drink? Is it a, vodka? Would you like a little vodka drink? Whiskey? Perhaps a little whiskey, a little Jameson, a little J-Bo? Maybe a little JD perhaps, whatever it is. Lloyd in the chat says, King, sorry, I like chicks, not dudes. Hey, listen. Any port in a storm, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh, God. So I do want to touch on a couple things, and we've already gotten some comments about the thumbnail. So we'll mention... everybody seems to be commenting on the one portion of the thumbnail, which I thought was... I don't know why. Why is everybody mentioning the Puka Nakula portrait there? I don't know why. Why would we be mentioning that?
Because you keep on saying the thumbnail and it sticks out like a fucking sore thumb.
Because again, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Some of the things that are listed in the thumbnail, some not. Again, this is an open forum. You have any questions? This is a bit of a Q&A session. Anything you want to talk about we're here to answer it. If you want to join us in the chat, go right ahead. Chat is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how are you doing. But yeah, this has been coming out now for a while. Rams wide receiver Puka Nakua has been a little. He's got some problems.
Yes.
I think you even brought this up in the Discord, I believe, when we were looking at it, and it's just like, at some point, like, You got to realize something. And apparently he's gone to rehab. But we have a story here. I'm going to throw this up here on the screen. We got it from our good friends over at ESPN, who now control the NFL Network. We'll probably jump into that a little bit, too, to see what the future of all that is. Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua has checked himself into a rehab. His attorney, Levy McCathern, told the California Post on Wednesday. Last month, a woman in Los Angeles filed a lawsuit against Puka Nacua, alleging he made an unprovoked anti-Semitic statement on New Year's Eve and later bit her on the shoulder. And I do believe there's a picture of the bite mark, which is, ooh, wow. He was in rehab a substantial period of time before any of these allegations broke, and he's scheduled to be there for a while longer, said Nacua's attorney. The lawsuit filed against Nacua cites gender violence. I mean, just it's violence. You know, apparently Nacua's hands are rated E for everybody. Assault and battery negligence as well. Last month, McCathern said in a statement obtained by ABC News that Nacua denies all of these allegations in the lawsuit in the strongest possible terms, and that he has video evidence that underscores the plaintiff's behavior and actions are inconsistent with the allegations being made. Catherine said Nacua is going to rehab in an attempt to improve his overall behavior in every aspect of his life. So here's this is where I'm going to be like, let's take a moment. Let's pause. Whether you think he is, you know, did these particular actions, made these particular statements, bit this particular woman on her particular shoulder, him going into rehab to help his behavior, because we all did see some of the footage from New Year's Eve. I think we all remember too, where he was out of the, like he was in a state. All right. I mean, that, and one that a lot of us can also relate to. We've been in certain states like that as well. It does maybe lend credence to, you know, maybe when he drinks too much, he starts turning into that uncle at Thanksgiving, you know? And just is like a little too, because this is not the first time that we've had something with him related as far as to the anti-Semitic stuff. I know other people are bringing up I forget which particular YouTuber he was hanging out with or what streamer influencer it was, but they were like, well, the influencer kind of told him to do it, and he was Jewish as well, so it doesn't seem like that, but I think that might have been okay as like as that time. I was like, okay, I can see where maybe he was ignorant of the situation or anything like that. But now this is another kind of piece to that. It's like, well, maybe he's not. Maybe it wasn't that much of an innocent little whoopsies, you know. Maybe it's you know, I don't know. Maybe he hangs out with Mom Donnie's wife. I don't know. Lloyd of the chat says, I smell lolcow potential when it comes to Nacua. I mean, it's getting a little, like, here's the thing. You never want to go full Antonio Brown.
No.
And it's starting to look like unless he changes it, and again, so maybe jumping into the rehab is good. But like I said, whether these allegations are true or false, they're now going to stick with him. And because of the way he's acted and his behavior before, it makes it... It's not like it's, oh, this is so out of character. Like, none of these allegations that have been made against Puka Nacua right now are what you would call out of character from what we've seen from Puka Nacua so far in his short NFL career.
Yeah. And to, like, you just kind of compared him to Antonio Brown. I don't know if I would compare him to Antonio Brown. Like, this, Puka, this looks like a problem as far as alcohol. Antonio Brown, he's just brain dead. He's just gone.
There's people want to blame Vontaze Burfict. I think there was a lot already there when it came to Antonio Brown. But yeah, there's just something simply wrong with him, and it only got more wrong as his career went on. You know, Let's see here. McCathern said that in a statement to the NFL Network, which is now owned by ESPN, that Nakua will complete the program in plenty of time to be involved in all the Rams OTAs. At the NFL's annual league meetings earlier this week, Coach Sean McVay said the Rams have been aware of the incident since it happened on New Year's Eve and are continuing to gather all of the information. But, man, you guys know I trust this kid's heart, said McVay. Love him. Put your arm around him. Want to continue to help him grow and really get all the appropriate facts before I kind of rush to judgment on that particular situation. In December, Nakua issued a statement apologizing for performing a gesture on an internet live stream that was quote-unquote anti-Semitic in nature and perpetuated harmful stereotypes against Jewish people. Nakua said that at the time he had no idea of the nature of the gesture, which has been associated with anti-Semitic themes. Like I said, at the time, you could kind of maybe be like, all right, maybe he got tricked into it by the streamer, by the influencer. It's like, all right, you can see that as a plausible deniability. But now, like, if he has that and then he's also going to this girl and turns into a full-on Alex Jones, Jew, then it's like, all right, well, maybe. Maybe we don't do that, Puka. All right, maybe you save that for the Thanksgiving table. How about that? Why don't you save that for your family Thanksgiving table? Not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that at many people's families, Thanksgiving dinner discussions are had. That happens.
Yeah.
Alicia in the chat says, "Hello, my sexy biatches." Great to see you, Alicia. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Alicia, Mrs. Jimbo, as she is sometimes known as. So yeah, that's kind of so that's what I got a lot of comments on the thumbnail, so I figured we'd start with Puka because just.
I mean, I gotta say, like, it's not like a big image on the thumbnail either, but for whatever reason, like. In our Discord,
it draws the eye, apparently. It apparently just drew some eyes to it. I didn't know.
Like I had like Mad in my head. Tough acting, Tinactin. Boom!
Boom! Tough acting, Tinactin. I figured, I don't know, because there's a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah. We can talk about all this kind of shit. I got my not having beer today. Not having beer today. Okay. If you see, this is my nice little it's a vodka drink.
Okay.
It's vodka and diet orange dry soda, which I had never really heard of. I guess it's kind of like an Orangina. Do you remember Orangina back in the day?
Yeah.
Like, I never had it, but I always saw it in the fucking stores. I was like, how is it in business? I've never seen anybody buy Orangina. I've never seen anybody actually drink it or have it in a refrigerator. But it was always fucking there. It was always in that weird kind of bulbous bottle that kind of they wanted to make it look like an orange and shit like that. The one I got is it's from the good guys over at Polar. They also make diet grape juice, diet grape soda. Sorry, by the way, which is a huge for me because I'm a huge grape soda guy. I love grape soda. I love
I'm just saying.
No, because people have said it before about me.
I don't like grapes.
People have said it before about me, and I just want to say, there is nothing wrong with liking grape soda. There is nothing wrong with liking fried chicken. There is nothing wrong with liking white girls with fat asses. There is nothing wrong with any of those.
Watermelon.
Watermelon is a delicious summertime treat, and I will not have it be negatively affected by some of the more ignorant people out there. How dare you? But yes, no, and by the way, Polar, if you do want to
I'll leave that up to Puka to say.
Yeah, no, that's Puka Nakua would probably have something to say about
job.
that. Let's be honest. But yeah, so if Polar wants to go ahead and sponsor us, that would be perfectly fine. I don't know, maybe not after that. But they have some of the great diet soda flavors that you can't really find. You can't find diet grape soda anywhere. You can't find it.
Yeah.
Except for Polar, they have it. So they have this orange dry, diet orange dry soda. Goes very well with the vodka. It's kind of like a milder screw. It's like a not as sweet screwdriver because again, the soda itself is dry, so it's not as sweet. I think it's called like a. It's I was like, what would you call it? I was like, I call it a power drill because it's got the fizz to it too. So it's not a screwdriver. It's a fucking power drill. Lloyd in the chat says, sun-kissed grape soda is life. If they made a diet one, I would probably love it, but they don't. So, Yeah,
Well,
we've
I'm
seen
drinking
squirt.
my
We got
vitamin
squirt. You
water.
can listen, Lloyd. You can find squirt anywhere you want to, baby. You just got to be good at it. Is all I'm saying.
Well, only 5 minutes into the show, we're already off the handles here.
But there is we have seen squirt here on the East Coast. I've seen a couple. I've seen some squirts in my day. I have seen some squirts in my day. Yeah, I was trying to think of something. What's that one that's like the Pennsylvania drink? It's like always. I always see that like it's like legitimately just like a northeast Pennsylvania like fucking drink. What the? It's like a cherry fucking soda. What the fuck is it called?
Cherokee Red.
Cherokee Red. That's the one. I've never had that. I always did kind of want to try it. Obviously, I can't because it's such a like a niche brand. Like they don't have Diet Cherokee Red or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I was always intrigued by what it would. Have you ever had it?
Once or twice. It's obviously very cherry flavored with like sultry feel to it. Like it's not like your typical soda per se, but I guess more like a seltzer water flavored type drink.
So you're saying it's like light in flavor? It's not a real punching like cherry flavor to it?
It has like a good cherry flavor to it, but it's very sultry like it's not.
So it's just very carbonated.
Carbonated. There we go.
All right. Yeah. So it's got. So well, that's good. You want more bubbles for your buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What says Dr. Brown? Oh no, but we do have Dr. Brown up here. I have seen Dr. Brown around here as well. So that's like root beer and shit, though.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was like a Dollar General Dr. Pepper.
No. It's not like Mountain Lightning at Walmart or whatever it is, or Dr. Thunder. That's it. It's Dr. I think Walmart is Dr. Thunder is their Dr. Pepper, and Mountain Lightning is their Mountain Dew. Like it's, I'll tell you what though, for just like having a mixer with like my Jägermeister in the wintertime, like again, if you're mixing it, you don't need to get it, and it's a lot cheaper. It's like 99 cents for a 2-liter bottle, and like the Diet Mountain Lightning, it works, man. It works. Shit works. Alicia says grape soda tastes like purple. No, here's the thing, and this is one thing that I think I understand. I think most people understand when something is flavored grape. Like, here's the thing. I don't like grape candy. I don't like grape soda because it tastes like grape. I like grape candy, grape soda, grape Kool-Aid, any of those kind of grape candies, things like that, because it tastes like purple. I have never met a grape in my life that tastes like grape candy, grape soda, grape anything like that. It's its own thing. It tastes like purple, and that's what I want. It's like,
for me, it just reminds me of medicine, childhood.
Well, this is because you were listen, and I think anybody who was a child of the 80s and early 90s was probably traumatized by Dimetap.
Yeah,
because your parents gave it to you, and they're like, "There's nothing wrong. It tastes like grape. You're fine. You're gonna do it." And you went like I have thrown up more Dimetap than I can even think of. Like that's just it's a core memory of just like, here, have some Dimetap. It's fine. It tastes like soda. You like grape soda? Wang. No, it doesn't.
You know how many times I've gone into my parents and be like, I don't feel good. You want some Dimetap? Oh, wow. I feel good.
I feel so much better all of a sudden. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Dimetap tastes like if you took grape soda and mixed it with the bitterest poison you've ever had in your life. Like, that. Yeah. So I get why some people don't like the Dimetap, but I guess I can differentiate. I can separate the purple from the medicine. I understand. The purple did nothing wrong. The purple was trying. The purple was trying very hard to make the medicine be as good as it possibly could be. And it was just, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Now that's unlike apparently, because Pepper Jack she loved the fact when she was a kid they had the pink antibiotic liquid they would give you as a kid. And apparently,
Okay.
like that's something that she loved. It tasted so great. And apparently, if you like look around, like people are like, God, I wish they had that for like adults. I want that. That pink shit tasted so great. I was like, I don't think I ever had that,
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
but she did. I was like, I don't know, man. I never had it. But that's weird. Like I've never had a medicine that would have been like, oh, that tastes good, like a liquid medicine or something like that. Like usually if I had like pneumonia or bronchitis and stuff and they give you like the cough syrup with codeine in it, still doesn't taste great. I didn't mind it. Don't get me wrong. It was, it got the job done. But, not a great taste. I've never had a medicine ever as a kid through now that was ever like, oh, this is good. Alicia says, oh, you're talking about the amoxicillin. Yeah, it was the antibiotic, like a penicillin, amoxicillin. Yeah, it was a little pink liquid shit, and yeah, apparently that shit was super tasty. No idea. I never had that. Never had to deal with it. Lloyd in the chat says, I remember puking at school and my parents giving me grape medicine chews. It was disgusting as fuck. I puked it up over and over and over. Yeah, no, that's nothing like not feeling great, puking, and then being like, oh, here's something else that's just going to make you puke by fucking, smelling it. It's just the worst. Good times. But yeah, so anyway, back to the point. I'm having some Polar Diet Orange Dry soda with a little bit of vodka today. No beer this week, so I'm just doing that. Are you still having your can of water, as Crafty would say?
Yes, my flavored water, as Crafty would always.
I was going to say, yeah, Crafty seems to be rather dubious on your claims of actually participating in the open bar. But we'll see that. So yeah,
well, I have to drive one of us home.
We just started.
Two drinks.
Lloyd says, not gonna lie, King thought it was Jan and Juice. Laid back. My mind on my money. My money on my mind. And by money on my mind, I mean I don't have any money. And it is constantly weighing on me that I am poor as shit. I don't like it.
Speaking of rap there, now I know we talked last week about Afro Man a little bit. Did you actually listen to the song?
Ever since the trial came out, I heard some of the other ones, like the Lemon Pound Cake. I heard the Lemon Pound Cake
was
one.
Freaking awesome.
The one, the officer, whoever, is a son of a bitch, and that, and then obviously after he won, he had the song that was kind of like the battle hymn of the Republic, but he's marching to his own.
Oh, okay.
Song like that was just
I'll
pretty
have to
good.
look for that one.
That was.
I showed the wife the 11-pound cake one, and we couldn't stop laughing.
Dude, he's
showing the.
Not to cut you off real quick, but did you see some of the news that came out about that trial?
I just saw bits and pieces that basically said they were always in the wrong.
Apparently, after the verdict and the trial was done, the judge went to the jury and basically asked them, "Did I not explain the rules to you, or the instructions correctly, or what didn't you get about the trial?" Basically saying, "You guys got this wrong. I want to know why you guys reached the decision you were." And like every other lawyer you've seen in the world just jumped immediately onto YouTube and was like, "This motherfucker should not be doing that." Like you can't, you can't, as a judge, you can't go to the jury after the fact and be like, "Are you guys just dumb? Did you guys not understand what I was trying, the instructions I gave? Because you guys fucked this up. This is..."
Yeah.
It's like...
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Ooh, so now there's apparently... Ooh, I got a little thing on there. Yeah. Apparently, yeah. So now, I don't know if there's... Again, there's... There's a lot of judges we should probably look at around here across the United States of America. There's a lot of shady dealings when it comes to certain particular small town precincts and judges and things like that. I think we all know that. We've all seen that. We've all been a part of that. So that's certainly that. Alicia says they did not understand the assignment. According to the judge, he was like, they should have been a slam dunk in the case of the plaintiffs, but instead, you guys chose for Afro Man. Why did you guys fuck this up so badly? He's like, because the evidence? Because, free speech. We're not England yet, so we can still say shit that we want to and not get fucking arrested for it and have to go through fucking bullshit trials for it. Like, not to mention that the raid was an unwarranted raid. It was fucking all the damage and destruction they did to the place, and then said, whoopsies, well we're not going to pay for it, which, again, police departments do all the time. I mean, listen, do you want them to go on to civil asset forfeiture and that fucking crime that fucking police departments do, where they just, we think that this might have come from something that could have been illegal, so we're just going to take it from you. And even if it's proved that it wasn't part of anything illegal, we still keep it. We still have it, and you can't do anything about it. There's some fucked up shit in this fucking country, man. I'm telling you that. And again, this is not getting political. I'm just saying, we're not pooking the cooing in this. You know what I mean? We're not.
We'll just let that image sit there.
There is, the image is there. It's on a thumbnail now. What am I know there's some people on YouTube that are like, you should change thumbnails between videos and see if you get any more traction. It's just like, I'm fucking lazy, man. I work on the thumbnail. I get the thumbnail. We put the thumbnail up. It's the thumbnail. That's what we got.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be careful out there. Protect your neck, as Wu-Tang would say. As we all know, Wu-Tang is for the children. Lloyd is asking Alicia if he can have a slice of her lemon pound cake. I don't know how to take that. That's something you're gonna have to work out on your own. I don't know.
So we didn't talk about it last week, and I messaged actually Pepper Jack earlier today. Came out, Peaky Blinders spinoff is coming out, and
we actually just did talk about that right before we came on the air, because there's a couple things to talk about when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Number one is, and it's been a month since the movie came out in theaters and 2 weeks since it's been out on Netflix. So I think either way, if you're planning on watching Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, and you haven't watched it yet, I would say skip for a couple minutes here. Skip for about 5 minutes or whatever, as we talk about spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Wee, wee, wee. There we go. There's everybody's warning. Spoiler alert here. She was highly disappointed in the movie simply because Thomas Shelby died.
I thought it was perfect.
I kind of agree. None of that. I'll say this. I think the movie was a little lackluster. I think it didn't have the same kind of oomph to it. Like I understand. Like I get the story. I understand they wanted to end the story of Thomas Shelby. I get that.
Yeah.
They wanted to move on from that, and set up maybe this new series, or just like, Cillian Murphy's just like, I can do all I can do with this character. We're already, I've played him from 1919 to 1945 already. Like I've done.
Yeah.
There's only so much you could do. I get that. I still would have liked to have seen somehow, some way that, he didn't die. I understand, like, you're trying to be, reductist, and you're oh my God. Like, I understand, I understand that, in real life, people die too. Like, and so he died, and he had plot armor through so many other things. Now he finally did die, and there's all that kind of stuff. So I get it. But Pepper Jack it's Thomas Shelby or nothing. It is Thomas Shelby or nothing. And so now they're going to do this other show from the 50s. It's going to be set 10 years from the movie in the 50s. Yeah. Going to have Duke Shelby there and a whole other cast of characters in 50s England. And I just, what it strikes me as is they're gonna squeeze this fucking franchise for every drop that they can before they finally let it go. Like, I feel like if you wanted to do what they did with the Immortal Man and end it there, Thomas Shelby dead, that's where the story ends, and have it, the Peaky Blinders story, end there.
Yeah.
I think then that's a fine decision. Do that, stop it, and we can all move on with our lives. The fact that they did that, and then it was kind of like a, hey, let's see if we can get even more out of this, and start another series. It's just like I don't.
And that's the thing with me, like, that I'm skeptical about, because the Peaky Blinders were, a gang that ran guns and all that stuff throughout the whole series. Now you're gonna do this other show. So what are you gonna do? The same stuff you did for the past, what was it, 5, 6 seasons?
I'm imagining if it's like 50s England, it'll probably, because I think England was still on the rations there in the early to mid 50s after World War II. Like, they were still on rations for like 10, 12 years after the end of the war. So it could be like doing black market food or booze or stuff like that. It could be doing, running drugs and stuff like that. There's starting the 50s, and probably the show will go into the 60s and shit. So
yeah,
you'll have that. But like, also, who the fuck is going to be wearing a fucking scally cap at this fucking point? Like, nobody's going to be wearing the fucking razor blade and the scally cap. Not in the 50s. You have people walking around saying like, "Oh, you fucking dork over here!" Oh, I don't know why I mixed Italian and British. I can't do a British accent. I never could. I never will. Fucking tea drinking cocksuckers. Anyway, yeah. So I'm like, again, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure, as we all know, the BBC is known for their top quality programming as of late. But I don't know if I'm really gonna be into it. Like, Pepperjack is completely not into it, and the idea of it. And like I said, we might check out like an episode or two, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I just, Lloyd and Alicia are flirting with each other in the chat. It's getting really distracting. Talking about phallic objects and magic rocket ships and grape soda. I don't know.
See, it's that grape soda. It fucks with your head.
Grape soda. Well, especially apparently if you're, loading it up with some kind of mind-expanding substances, as Alicia seems to be wanting to do. I don't know. That's one way to take it. That's one way to take it. If you got to do it, like doing it with grape soda. Although if you do end up having a bad trip, it's going to be. I'll say this. I've never done hallucinogen.
No.
Hallucinogens have always kind of scared me, because I know how my brain works, and it's just like, I don't know if I want to do that. I would be interested in the whole microdosing of the magic mushroom shit, like the psilocybin shit. I'm never touching LSD. I'm never touching acid. I'm never doing that. Like, I'm just there's just some things I'm just not willing to do, and having read up on so much of MK Ultra and CIA shit and everything else that other people did with LSD, it's just like, nope. I have no desire to do that. The psilocybin shit, though, the magic mushroom shit, like, I'm intrigued and wonder, but like, I couldn't just go right into it and just be like Yoshi and just eating shit. Like, I'd have to ease into that shit, because again, I know my brain, and I know how that shit works. So, like, some other things.
You'll take it, and all of a sudden you'll see like two little puppets, like Sesame Street puppets next to you, talking to you.
Like when it comes to like the LSD, I've heard too many stories of people just straight up like shit coming alive, shit turning into snakes, walls melting away, people thinking they're gonna fly. Like, that's why you always want to make sure that you have like, a buddy there with you to make sure that you don't try to fly yourself out of a fucking window, I can go, I'm flying with that tree. No, you're not. You're gonna fall to your death. Come back, we're fine. So I think you need that. Alicia says 100% a terrifying experience. Never again. Of what? The LSD or the mushrooms? Because again, I think there is a legitimate difference, because I've talked to some people who have partaken in both activities, and they say that the LSD is a lot more intense, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Depending especially on the dosage, I suppose, but it's a lot more intense and a lot more in there, whereas with the mushrooms, if you're correct with it, it's a lot more of a mellowing situation than maybe the acid trip is. And that's what I mean. It's like, my imagination sober is fucking terrifying. So I don't want to actually like take some shit and have whatever's in here become life, because that would just I don't want it.
Your luck will be like a spider type thing.
It'll just be. Although I'll tell you what, I have gotten better with the spiders, because being with Pepperjack now for as long as we've been together, she obviously is a bit arachnophobic as well. She can't handle the spiders. So who has to go and kill the spiders when she sees a spider? It's me. So I've gotten better to it, to where I now just go, like, I don't like freak out like I did at the bar that one time, which you're still an asshole for, and I fucking hate you.
That was my best prank ever.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. No, I think there's like, everybody thinks you're like just the nice, quiet guy. Like, oh yeah, Jimbo, he's a nice, quiet guy. He seems like a good friend. You guys have to understand that Jimbo is a piece of shit. He's an absolute asshole, but he's my friend and I love him to death. But still, absolute asshole.
I'm a silent assassin when it comes to stuff like that.
Don't
worry, you can sit there.
He's so nice and he's so accommodating and he's just the nicest guy in the world, and that's why you never see it coming. It's when they tell you it's always the quiet ones you have to watch. It's this motherfucker is the reason why they say that shit. This motherfucker is the reason why they say that. Alicia says, I thought I was in a horror movie circus thing. On shrooms, I was drunk and already high and said, fuck it, why not? Well, see, that's your problem. It's just, you just mixed you turned your body into a fucking chemist lab. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't start blaming just the mushrooms. I would start blaming, the fact that you turned yourself into a chemistry set. Like, what are you doing?
A little bit of this, a little
bit of liquor, a little bit of weed. Oh, we'll throw some fungus in there. Why not? Let's see what happens. You know what happens.
I saw this on TikTok one time.
Oh, God. So anyway, the Atlanta Falcons came out with new uniforms yesterday. We didn't have the same impact on the channel that the Titans one did. But again, it was at 10 a.m. It wasn't a huge event that they did. They just kind of posted it on Twitter and like that. And I'll throw it up here so we can take a look at it. There they are. Look at that. There's your Atlanta Falcons new uniforms across the set there. And again, they still have the throwback uniform set as the alternate uniform, so they, you can see that there as well. New uniforms though, red tops, no stripes. I do like the fact that they went to a semi-athletic number font. I like that. I like the pants. They got a good football stripe on it. I like that they've got the colored socks, at least on the one. I think they said that they're going to put red socks on the black pants one, and either black or red socks when they wear the all white. They said they're probably not going to wear the all white a ton, which is fine by me. I like that. But overall, and I said this during the live stream when we saw it, I liked them. I said I like it because they look like a professional football team again. They don't look like some kind of weird, over-designed, Nike-fied thing. And this is the thing. Like I don't want to sit here and blame Nike because, again, it's the football teams that have to approve the designs and they say all that shit. So at the end of the day, you got to, blame ultimately rests with ownership and people in the building. But
yeah.
As we've seen over the last 20, 25 years, the over-designing of some of these uniforms, like it's like they're trying to prove a point, like, oh, we can design something so unique, and we can design something that separates us from the crowd, and we can design stuff. and it just always ends up looking bad. I think back to the Titans set before their current one now, with the weird numbers. The helmet was weird. The helmet didn't really work. The numbers were terrible, like I said. The uniform. I go back to the Buccaneers when they had the alarm clock uniforms. Oh, the numbers are going to look like cut marks from a sword. No, they looked like fucking digital alarm clock numbers, and it looked like shit. It didn't look good. I would say the only uniform that was really of the over-designed kind of Nike-fied uniform that has actually grown on me, and I think is actually a good football uniform, is the Seahawks. I actually do like the Seahawks' current uniform. I do. And again, I do think their throwbacks are better. I would like to see them go back to some sort of modern version of that. But as far as like the Nike-fied, to use a colloquial term, uniforms that the NFL does have, I think the Seahawks is really the only one that I've ever liked. Because all the other ones always end up looking bad. Like the Falcons one before this looked awful. It just looked bad. So you have that. You have the Titans one. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones out there that are just really not. I mean, I think about the Eagles with their teal, just terrible.
That's not teal. That's
teal. It's midnight
green.
Teal,
that's
baby.
Midnight green.
Midnight teal. Green. When something is more blue than it is green, it's teal. And if you look at the RGB values, if you look at the Pantones, look at the Pantones.
That was a dark time in our franchise.
Lloyd says it's a modern 2025 uniform, or 2005, uniform, but the Met helmet ruins it. Then he says 2004. Then he says a modern 50s. He can't pick a time period, but but this is what I mean. They look like a professional football team. They look sharp. It looks clean. It looks like the Falcon. It looks nice. Now, again, I think there could be a couple different ways we could go with this. Maybe a gloss helmet, maybe some stripes if you want to do it on a helmet. I know some people wanted sleeve stripes. I'm not sure about that. I think, honestly, the biggest thing that could have helped this was to have the silver gray pants. If they would have had silver gray pants with this, I think, oh my God, it would have been almost as close to a perfect 10 as you could have gotten. But I really do like that. Oh, Lloyd says, the Lions had a better uniform, in my opinion, before the ones they have now, a modern 50s uniform. Okay, I see what you mean by that. No, like I get the idea of what they were going for with having like the car name decal kind of numbers, like they were like slanted a little bit for speed. It kind of looks like something you'd see on an old Chevy Bel Air kind of number font. Like I get it. Again, the biggest problem with the Lions right now is the fact that they only have one pair of pants that have stripes on them. It's the silver pants, which they should be wearing all the time, and it's the one pair of pants they don't wear. They have white pants and they have blue pants with no stripes, and they wear those all the goddamn time, and it looks fucking horrendous. It looks like they're wearing unitards when they wear those unitards. They're either all blue or all white, and it looks like ass. If they would wear the silver pants, the Lions would look infinitely better and have one of the best looks in the NFL. Instead, they decide to look like a fucking peewee team, and they look like shit. So, I mean, to me, that's the biggest thing when it comes to the Lions. And while I don't like the all white or all blue, if they would just put some fucking stripes on the pants, it still wouldn't be great, but it would be better.
Yeah.
And so that's what bothers me about that. So now I see what the Falcons are doing here. They got rid of basically the unitard look, although you would look at the all white and you're like, well, that's bad. And like I said, I think the all white is maybe my least favorite, but we've already heard from people inside the Falcons organization, as I've said, the all whites you're probably not going to see a ton of. It's probably your two main looks are going to be the red over white and the white over black, which is fine by me.
I don't like the red one.
I like it. I love that as the main look. I think that is the best of the set.
I like the white jersey, black pants, and then black jersey, white pants. They're my top two.
Well, that's a throwback, but I like the red jersey. I do love the black helmet, red jersey. I wish it was silver pants, but I think the black, red, white pants. And here's the only thing I would say: if you want to, you could change the socks to black on that particular combination, and I think it would look just as good, if it may be better. And for the white jersey over black pants, if you made the socks red on there, I think that would look sharp. Give it a little pop of color there. Yeah. If you wanted to do that. The thing that scares me is that I know at some point this season you're going to see red top and black pants, and I'm not going to like it. Although I'll have to see it in the game, but you just know they're going to save that for like a Thursday night or a Monday night.
Yeah.
And they're going to
color
have
rush game.
Red jersey over fucking black pants, and it's going to be like, I don't know. And how did I know Lloyd was going to take this opportunity to go ahead and start talking about Washington? If there's somebody who talks more about the Washington Redskins than me, it's Lloyd, and it's by a lot. It is by a lot.
He's like my ice machine, always working.
Well, here's the thing, because I honestly. And again, it may still be the case, but I've been hearing some rumblings that when it comes to, because the whole thought was that the Redskins are Commanders, what they are, but I mean, it's basically they're wearing the Redskins uniforms that they wore last year. They did the Super Bowl era uniforms, and so they're just going to do that and put the W on it and call it a day. There has been some rumblings, some rumors escaping, if you will, that it's not going to be exactly that. That it's going to be basically it's basically trying to make it modernized while still being that. So it's going to be like maybe I'm imagining probably some kind of unique number font, which bothers the shit out of me. But or that they're going to look at that. So I wonder if that's going to be the case, and if those are indeed just rumors, and if what we're going to get is just the regular set that it's supposed to be. I hope it's just the regular set. I hope they don't try to tinker with it and don't try to be like, oh, well, we think we can do this, but make it better. And it's just like, no, like we all know what you're doing. This is all, you're being the Redskins without being the Redskins. And I get it, because the look, the Redskins uniform was one of the best in the NFL. Yeah. It was arguably, and this is coming from a Giants fan, so it's a divisional rival that I don't want to say too many praising things about, but the Redskins had maybe one of the best uniforms in the NFL. Top to bottom, helmet, jersey, pants, socks, all of it looked fucking great. So I hope they don't go too far from that. Now, the other question is, as far as like alternate uniforms, there's been talk that they're looking at maybe like some people are, the scuttlebutt is the spear uniform. Oh, maybe that's modernized a bit. Maybe they took the feather off the spear, maybe like that, just to do any of that. But it's still going to be like the spear uniform, just modernized slightly. That would be interesting. That would be interesting because, again, at that point, you're basically embracing the Redskins' heritage, just with everything except for the name. And I
wonder if that would be like another step closer to see what the public opinion is, like how last year was like, putting a toe in the water type thing.
Well, this is the thing, and no matter how much some of the other people on the other end of this argument, mostly white people from the suburbs who've never met a true Native American in their life, their argument has been like, it's changed, it's not going back, it's never going back, stop that. And anybody who talks about it or tries to do it like that is like, you have false hope, you're hoping and wishing for something that isn't there. And listen, maybe it is the case. But like, if you look at the comments underneath, like their announcement of doing the new uniforms, and when they did it last year, and we look at it from now when they're talking about this, like, again, it's all anecdotal. It's all Twitter comments and Facebook comments, so you have to take those with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But almost all of them are of the, like, what are we doing? Like, all you're wearing. You're trying to be the Redskins without being the Redskins. Just rip the Band-Aid off and be the Redskins. Like, what are we doing? Like, so the sentiment that I get again, anecdotal from social media. So again, take that with a grain of salt. Take it as you will. Is that is the sentiment of many. I'm not going to sit there and say all. I'm not going to sit there and say majority. I'm not going to try to make a big hot take, unqualified response. But a majority of what I've seen, so I'll qualify it that way. A majority of what I have seen, as far as responses to the Super Bowl era throwbacks that they wore last year, and what will most likely be their main uniforms going forward, is that people love them because, first of all, they're clearly great uniforms. But people also are just like, why aren't we just being the Redskins again? Just bring back Two Guns White Calf onto the side of the helmet. Bring back maybe one of the best logos, not just in the NFL, but in sports. And let's just do that, because that's clearly what you're doing. He's done everything to bring back the Redskins except the name in Josh Harris.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with that? I don't know. Lloyd in the chat says Washington football team is better than anything's better than Commanders. Like I said, I honestly, at this point, if they went back to Washington football team and just used the uniforms as they have now and everything like that, I would not be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be disappointed that we're not getting the Redskins back. But I would rather them be the Washington football team than Commanders. Commanders is such a bad name.
Yeah.
It is such a bad name. And other people say, you can call them the Red Hogs or the Red Tails or the Red Foxes or the Red Wolves. No, just at this point, I really think it's two options, I think, when it comes to Washington. Fully bring back and embrace the Washington Redskins. And this is what I mean, too, is like you can still do this and placate the political extremes that are very against it if you go ahead. And I think this is where maybe Dan Snyder didn't think this all the way through. If you have a better understanding with local and national tribes, if you don't, like, if you have like set up foundations and donations and all that to particular Native American associations, organizations, tribes, and in themselves, you can set up Native American like days, heritage days. You could do, listen, each home game that you have could be a heritage day for that particular tribe. And there's a ton. I mean, obviously, there's a ton of Native American tribes still around, so you can still get understanding for people with that. Like, there's so much outreach you could do and things like that I think would soften it for people of that particular political ilk. The people who have kind of the white savior complex and things. You can make this work and still have it be a PR coup if you did it right. Or if you didn't want to put in the work, you just wanted to be a lazy guy about it, you could just go Washington football team.
Yeah.
But I just think that, I think there's ways to do this, but we'll see. And that's the thing. Lloyd says, bring in a different tribe from the Washington area. And not just Washington area. I think you could bring in a Native American tribe from your opponent's area. Like, let's say you're playing the Detroit Lions that day, you can bring in an Eastern Michigan tribe. If you're playing somebody out from Seattle, you're playing the Seahawks, you bring out a tribe from the Washington area and bring them in and bring up all that kind of stuff. Have a halftime show, bring up, have the facts there, have a way you can donate. Do things like that. You can absolutely do that. And have that work. And I think that's also, I think that's 1,000% where Snyder screwed up and didn't do those sort of things where you could kind of soften the PR, where people were so hard on the name. And it's like, listen, whatever you feel about the name, a majority of the Native Americans find it either, they don't have a strong opinion on it, or they embrace the name in and of itself. The only people that were really super against it were suburban white liberal people who, like I said, never met a Native American in their life and are like, don't worry, we'll save you from this awful sport. The only thing awful about the Redskins was that Dan Snyder owned them and they were a fucking terrible football team. That was the worst thing about the Redskins. So now that we've gone on our, I guess, weekly Redskins rant with thanks to Lloyd.
Well, the only other thing I would add to that is, like, if they do decide to, like you said, each home game bring a tribe in, I think Puka should be the one to organize all that. And
No. Because then he'll start talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. The next thing you know, now we're into a whole other PR scandal. We can't have that with Puka. You can't have that with Puka. You got to be careful. Next day. That's it. You would think you're on the straight and narrow, and next thing you know, he's like, having all these tribes here, that reminds me of the stories from the Bible of the 12 tribes of Israel who still run the world in the banking system. Like, it'll go off real quick. You can't have it. By the way, that's not what I was saying. That's something that I was assuming Puka would say based on previous. Like, I want to make sure I don't get in trouble for Puka. I'm just. Boy, that was good. So, what else is there? Final Four coming up tomorrow. Very upset that my Duke Blue Devils are not in there, but they screwed themselves.
I was gonna say, didn't they screw up the final shot or something?
They screwed up a lot because they had, I believe, an 11-point lead at halftime. And then just during the second half, they just got super cold. UConn got hot and was playing well. This is what I mean. Like, you couldn't allow UConn to get back in it. They're good. UConn is obviously a good team. You couldn't do that, and they did. Yeah. But even so, with UConn made their last shot, they were still down by 2. Duke, for some reason, they decided to start playing keep away instead of just letting UConn foul them and let them go to the line. Now, I don't know if nobody on the floor was confident in their free throw shooting. I don't know if that case, whatever the case was, but instead they tried to play keep away. They tried to chuck the ball full court. It ended up getting tipped by UConn. One of they brought it back into their offensive area, passed it off to the white kid, who then took a shot from the logo and fucking hit it with like 0.3 seconds left. Now, again, kid had to hit the shot. So, I mean, hell of a shot from the kid. Hell of a play from UConn for deflecting the ball, getting it, and getting the shot in. But from Duke's perspective, foul you. Just let them foul you. If you make one free throw, best they can do is tie. And if you make both free throws, game's over.
Yeah.
Game's over. So I didn't understand the thinking of it, but I heard the pop there. Hi, Alicia, how are you?
Yeah, okay.
I didn't understand what their thinking was, but it was just such a
hi, King.
Hi. It was disappointing. It was frustrating. But so now here you go. You got UConn versus Illinois. And you have what I think is actually the national championship game. You have Michigan versus Arizona. Oh, what happened? Did I miss something?
Here, Biff.
No, just the Nancy Guthrie. She's still missing. I thought it popped up.
Oh, you thought we found? Yeah, no. Like, okay, I think we all understand at this point that she's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
it's sad. I don't like she's been without her medicine for what, 2 months now, 3 months?
Yeah. And 84 years old.
Yeah, like there was a lot there. She didn't have any of her medicine, or blood pressure medicine, and all the other things that she needed. She was already 84 years old. All these other things, it's We kind of have to get to that understanding that unfortunately she is not with us, and she probably has not been alive for a while now.
Yeah.
But now it's the case of finding out where she is and who the fuck did it. And
Yeah.
like, because now here's the thing: like nobody got paid a ransom, nobody got any money. So at this point, this is just straight up fucking murder.
Yeah.
You know. So that's a shame, and that I wonder. I just wonder if at this point, if we're ever gonna find it, if we're gonna find her, if we're gonna find out who did it, if we're gonna find anything about it, anything about this case. Because right now it just seems
like a couple months back locally here, something like that kind of happened. There was a murder case. It was a cold case from the 90s that got reopened, and they finally found the remains of the body, and they found the murder because of all the new technology and everything compared to how it was back then. So hopefully, with the new, the updated
30
technology,
years from now, the people who are still alive are gonna realize that but like that's. That's Lloyd in the chat says, what happened? What about the start of the new year? Savannah Guthrie's mother was kidnapped. Savannah Guthrie from NBC. She was getting ready to go over. It was literally like a couple days before she was getting ready to fly over to Italy for the Olympics, because she was gonna be hosting the opening ceremony for the Olympics, and her mother got kidnapped. And there was talk about there being a ransom, and there was a Ring doorbell footage of a masked figure standing outside of her door, and we didn't see anything else more than that. But there's been literally nothing.
See, Crafty, it's not grape soda or grape juice either.
Oh, what's that stuff?
It's blackberry moonshine. It's a local business.
Is that the Old Smoky shit?
No, Jackass Distillery, which is about an hour from here.
It's Ball Bustin' Blueberry.
Ball Bustin' Blueberry.
And what's it called?
And
Jackass Distillery?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually have like pretty cool logos, like pretty funny logos.
Is it because it's got a kick? Like a mule, like a jackass?
One of their moonshines is like kicking ass soda or something.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Very, very good branding.
Well, don't say that, because Pepper Jack is a sucker for branding, and she doesn't like whiskey, but she would probably try it simply because of the branding. She lost her shit because she got the little Yoshi figure for the McDonald's Happy Meal today.
I mean, I would too.
Because that was it. She wanted she wanted Yoshi, she wanted Toad, or she wanted Princess Peach. She said one of those three would be good, but she really wanted the Yoshi. And she was like, I'm not going to get the Yoshi. I'm going to end up like getting the goofy fucking Bowser Jr. with the metal jaw. I don't like that one. I don't want any of these other ones. Those are the ones I wanted. I'm probably not going to get Yoshi. I'm never going to get Yoshi. Literally, the first pull she got was fucking Yoshi. She went, I got it. But yeah, no, she's a sucker for branding. She got the Stranger Things Eggos when they came out because it just said Stranger Things. She gets regular Eggos all the time. It doesn't matter, but she had to get the Stranger Things Eggos because they had Stranger Things. I had to have it. So, Lord in the chat says, I think the family has something to do with it. It just doesn't add up. What, like, some people have been pointing to the brother-in-law.
I kind of agree with Lloyd. Like this whole time, I'm like, no ransom. You know, they all have money because of
the sister and the brother-in-law looked kind of fucking shady. I'm not gonna lie. So there is something to be thought of like, I wonder what happened, because again, I don't think Savannah was a part of it. She's fucking. She makes more than enough money. She's the reason she's probably taking care of everybody. Is that? But it makes me wonder if that's one of those things like the sister and the brother-in-law didn't think they were getting enough. She's making all this money. Why aren't we getting more?
Yeah.
Well, you know what we can do? We'll kidnap mom and pretend we're gonna do this. but we'll hire a guy to do it, and we'll do that, and then we can play it off, and we'll get it, and they'll get the money, and then we'll get the money, and then we'll be all right. We'll do something like that. And next thing you know, they get some guy who, by the ring footage, you could tell was kind of an idiot. And from there on, things got screwed up, things got messed up, and she died. Whether at the time, because again, if she's already taking blood pressure medications and heart medications and all this other stuff, and she's 83 years old, having your house broken into and you getting snatched up like that, her poor little fucking heart probably just gave out.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Not great times. So anyway, Final Four, I mentioned this before. You got UConn and Illinois, Michigan and Arizona, which I think is the de facto national championship game. Who you got?
I gotta go with UConn because
UConn over Illinois. I was kind of going that way as well.
Yeah. Just because the UConn head coach, he just won the championship. What, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, UConn just won. I think 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean he's a good coach.
Great coach. Jersey boy. Jersey City.
So he coaches dirty.
Coaches Jersey.
Cheap shots and everything.
Coaches Jersey, babe. Head button refs like a motherfucker.
I saw that too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Boy,
that's pretty good. Yeah, no, he's an intense. Hey, listen, we Jersey boys. We're intense. We are intense motherfuckers. And then the next one, which I think is going to be an absolute fucking banger, Michigan and Arizona. I'd like to think Michigan. Not that I have any love for Michigan being a Notre Dame fan, but I'd like to think Michigan. I think Michigan has been on quite a roll. They kind of almost feel like a team of destiny thing. But there's one thing that separates Michigan from Arizona. And I don't know if you know what it is when it comes to me. But I want to hear what you think first. Michigan, Arizona. Who do you got?
So, obviously, I'm not that big into basketball to begin with, whether it's college or pro. But if you said to me which team sounds more of a basketball team, I would think Arizona, because Michigan screams football. It's always been a football program. So on that basis, with that Jimbo thinking there, I'm going Arizona because they sound like a basketball team.
There you go. The difference when it comes to me and probably how I'm going to pick this game is, and this has been since I was about 16, 17 years old. And I find, like, I know why I know it. I don't know why it stuck with me as long as it did. But I remember I used to listen to a sports talk radio. It was a national sports talk radio show. It was Arnie Spaniard. And I forget the name of the fucking sports network it was. It wasn't WFAN or anything like that. It was like Sports Flash or some shit like that. But for some reason, I think he went to Arizona, this particular radio talk show host, and like during tournaments and stuff. And this is back when Arizona, I think, last made it to a Final Four. He would always sing the Arizona fight song. And for some reason, because of that, and like listening to that late at night as I was going to bed, I know the Arizona fight song. Bear down, Arizona. Bear down, red and blue. Bear down, Arizona. Hit 'em hard, let 'em know who's who. Rah, rah. Bear down, Arizona. Bear down, red and blue. Go, go. Wildcats, go. Arizona. Bear down. I never went to Arizona. I don't know anybody who goes to Arizona. It's simply because of that stupid sports talk show that I actually know that fucking song. But because of that, I'm going to pick the Arizona Wildcats to go ahead and beat Michigan. And so you have it. I'm going to say Arizona and UConn. My old man thinks Illinois is going to win. He thinks UConn. Okay. They went about as far as they're going to go. He thinks Illinois is going to go. I think he has all Big Ten. I think he has Michigan and Illinois. I'm going Arizona and UConn. Lloyd in the chat, he says Michigan and UConn is his pick. So there we go. Plus, I just wanted an excuse to sing the Arizona fight song. I don't know why. I just wanted to do it. By the way, I don't know if you saw this. By the way, the NFL there will be no discipline for Rashee Rice over his abuse allegations. Nothing. Alicia in the chat says, I need another shot after listening to King sing that song. Luigi in the chat. Hey, guy. How you doing, Luigi? Nice to see you. I like the way you spell your name, too. Luigi, like a Ouija board. I like that. That's unique. Unique, New York. I like that. So thank you so much for joining us here, Luigi. I have no idea if you've subscribed yet or not. If you haven't, please do. That helps us out as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Also, make sure to hit that like button and that share button. Let the world know that we exist over here. That would be a fantastic thing. Thank you. Thank you? Thank you so very much. I don't know why that turned super racist. That was terrible. That was terrible. I'm going to be canceled for that.
You channeled your inner. Never mind.
Nope. We're not doing anything with Puka. We've passed Puka. We're now on to Rashid.
I'll have to do a statement tomorrow.
Well, if anybody knows anything about me, I don't do apologies well. I'm just not a good apologizer. The NFL announced on Friday that it concluded its own investigation into Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice, stating that he has, quote-unquote, has not engaged in conduct that violates the personal conduct policy. The NFL also said an investigation into the accusations from Dakota Jones, Rice's former girlfriend, is now closed. At this time, Rice, who is 25, is not going to be disciplined by the league, which determined that there was insufficient evidence to support a finding that he violated the personal conduct policy. Mr. Rice wants to thank the NFL for their thorough investigation and looks forward to the start of the 2026 NFL season, said Sean Lindsay, Rice's attorney. The Chiefs had no comment on the NFL's decision. In early January, Jones posted photos of herself on an Instagram account that showed bruises and wounds on multiple parts of her body, alleging abuse for numerous years. Jones didn't name Rice or anyone else in the post, but she says that the person who abused her is the father of her children. Jones has 2 children with Rashee Rice. So she did name. Like, what are we, dumb? She didn't name him, but she fucking named him. That's unless she's trying to say that the kids are not his. Maybe that's maybe. Whoa, we got some guiding like fucking old Days of Our Lives shit going on here. Maybe that's what's going on. Jerry.
Put those chairs in there.
In the since deleted Instagram post, Jones wrote, "I'm so tired of keeping it quiet. I'm so tired of protecting his image. I've been through too much in the span of 8 years, and I've had enough." She said she and Rice broke up in 2025, and since then, it's been nothing but hell. Jones also filed a lawsuit in Texas in February, alleging that Rice repeatedly assaulted her during an 18-month span between 2023 and 2025. She said she was pregnant during many of the alleged assaults. She is seeking more than $1 million in damages. Jones also alleges that Rice strangled her in December of 2023. Rice grabbed, choked, strangled, pushed, thrown, scratched, hit, and headbutted Mrs. Jones, as well as hit her with inanimate objects, says the lawsuit. In addition to the lawsuit, Lindsay released a statement on October 9th, 2025, well after the parties' relationship has ended. Miss Jones stated, under penalty of perjury in a sworn affidavit for non-prosecution, that Mr. Rice and I had a verbal argument, but he did not punch me. We will now allow the legal process to run its course. Well, that's damning. You said he did all these other things, and then on a sworn affidavit under perjury, you say, yeah, we yelled at each other, but you didn't touch me. It's like, well, then
what's going on here?
Then there you go. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Following Jones's claims, the NFL conducted its own investigation. In March of 24, Rice was the driver of a Lamborghini Urus SUV that was going 119 miles an hour on Dallas's North Central Expressway, leading to a multi-car crash that left multiple people injured. Yeah, we saw the video of him just walking.
with the bags.
That thing smashed into the wall, and everybody just got out and was like, just go to get some milk, go to get some bread, or whatever he's talking about. Less than 2 weeks after that incident, Rice took full responsibility and apologized in a statement that he released before he turned himself in to the Glen Heights Police Department after an arrest warrant was issued. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 5 years of probation for his role in the crash. Pleaded guilty in district court to 2 third-degree felony charges, collision involving serious bodily injury, and racing on a highway causing bodily injury. He received deferred adjudication. The case will be dismissed if he completes his probation. The incident led the NFL to suspending Rice for 6 games last season for violating the league's personal conduct policy. Well, that's the other thing, too. I could see you say that, so he kind of has a history of kind of being a dick. But when you want to sit there and say, like, okay, well, he assaulted me, he choked me, he strangled me, he abused me, but then in a sworn affidavit, you come out and say, yeah, he didn't put a hand on me, he just yelled at me, we yelled at each other, we had an argument, but that was it. It's like, well, then according to the law and to anybody who's investigating that, then that kind of throws it all away. And so now it becomes the case of, well, if she tries to go back on that, it's like, well, then which is the real story? Where did you did you perjure yourself in the affidavit, or are you perjuring yourself now? Because now either way, you're going to put yourself into a catch-22. Now either way, you're going to get caught for perjury if you get, if you try to keep this going. So, like, if that's going to be the case, and that's the thing, is that the lawsuit that's going on is not a criminal case, that's a civil case. She's just trying to get money. She's looking for $1 billion in damages. If I'm Rice and I have that particular thing now in my pocket, if I have the affidavit, the sworn affidavit in my pocket, sure, bring us a trial. Why am I gonna go ahead and settle? Why am I gonna go ahead and make a payout when all I have to do is go to court and say, sworn affidavit? She said, nope, never happened. Case dismissed. Yep. Goodbye. That's it. That's the end of it. As far as it looks like to me.
And on the flip side of that, I wonder though, like, if he does settle, even though he has that affidavit, is there anything to these claims? Like, is he making this deal just to shut her up and get her out of the way, and instead of doing what?
Well, I think that's what happened a lot with, and I'm going to be very careful with my words here, because I think that's what happened with a lot of the cases that were Deshaun Watson's. Yeah. That is not to say that Deshaun Watson did not whip his dick out inappropriately and started trying to jizz all over some masseuses. Not saying that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I think with the multitude of cases that came out, I don't know how many of those were real or not, but simply by the volume of amount, like I believe his lawyer even said, if we wanted to adjudicate all of these, it would take until like 2040 through the court system, simply because of just how the court system is.
Yeah.
And it would take, like, he would be in that limbo for fucking another 25 years. They didn't want to do that. And so that's why they settled a lot of those. That's what I mean, is when it comes to Deshaun Watson, how many of those were actual factual, like, cases where he was being a fucking creep, and how many of those were looking for a quick payday? I'm not naive enough to think that there was a significant of them that were just looking for a payday, but I'm also not naive enough to think that there, where there's smoke, there's fucking fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's a man trying to put his penis on a couple of masseuses that are not supposed to do that. So, like, I think overall, listen, nobody's defending Deshaun Watson. He's a creep.
No.
We all know that. The fact that he's got the name Groper Cleveland is still one of the greatest things ever in the history of giving somebody a nickname that they righteously deserve. But so when it comes to Rashee Rice, though, like, this is a one-off case. So for him, this isn't a case of just like, oh, I don't want to be in court for 25 years. Let's just pay this over. If I'm him and if I'm his lawyer, and first of all, if I'm his lawyer, well, let it go to trial. Let me rack those billable hours up. Let me do kind of that. But also on the other hand, just like, I got that piece of paper. Boop. Do that, man. Alicia in the chat says, I like penis, especially Jimbo's. Well, I would certainly hope so, considering that, you're Mrs. Jimbo. I mean, that would be odd if you liked anybody else's penis. And it would be an awkward end to this particular podcast. It's probably not the way we want to do that. I'm trying to see here if we got any other news I want to talk about.
Did you watch any UFL last weekend?
I caught bits and pieces. I actually forgot that the fucking league was starting. I didn't even know. I was like, oh my God, this is a fucking oh shit.
Yeah.
So I caught highlights of the Battlehawks game. Caw-caw! 1-0, baby. Go Battlehawks. I still think they should go to their original uniforms they had in the XFL with the nice high gloss blue helmets. They look good. Like, I'm not a huge fan of these uniforms, but still, Battlehawks look good. I'll say I think the league overall looked better.
Yeah.
The play was better. The football IQ was better. Like, it was better football to watch. Of the
there was
little
only
bits and
one
pieces that I
really
was able to
bad
catch
team.
of it, it was better football.
Yeah.
So that's good. That gives me hope of like the 2020 XFL. When I was watching that, like, that was good football.
Yeah.
And then they shut it down because of fucking I often think, man, what could have been with the XFL had COVID not happened? Well, the government not happened. If China had not happened, I think how good that could have been. But overall, just of watching some of this stuff, like it was good football. So now we're coming up on week 2 here. Excited to see where we go. Probably going to check out a couple more games this week and give it a full attention. And then I'll see. Maybe after this weekend, maybe do a live stream. Maybe we'll start looking at doing some UFL live streams. Because that's the other thing. The reason I wasn't doing UFL live streams is because based on the last couple of years, been kind of shit. It's been boring, bad football. I had enough of that with the Raiders. I didn't need to see that here.
I was going to say, but what would you
I don't
rather
want to
call?
Yeah, it's a league full of Raiders. I didn't want to watch it. So here's the thing, though. If it's good, entertaining football, might have to give it a look. So that'll look good. Lloyd in chat says King is so lame that the room is reflecting off his forehead. Yeah, dude, I'm white. What the fuck do you want? I'm like super white. I'm a white boy, man. I'm German and Irish. What the fuck do you want, Lloyd? What do you want? I don't tan. I burn.
Don't tell Puka that.
Well, I mean, I'm white, not Jewish. I think it'll be fine. He'll be like, "Oh, you're half German. I understand. Do you remember the Germans between 1935 and 19? No, Puka.
That's what I mean.
Puka.
That's what I mean.
Puka. Stop it, Puka."
You might do that one salute thingy.
Did you see that? Apparently, down at the Dallas Stars game,
No.
there's just a whole row of people at the Dallas Stars game. I think they might have been in the box or they were right kind of at the top of it. And it's about 5 or 6 of them. And they're all just pointing up to the banners, apparently. Don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Lloyd says, I know tanner Germans than you. Why are you hanging around tan Germans? That sounds like you might have you have a Grindr account there? Lloyd, is that what's going on there? Crafty says King has his own lighting crew. It's literally 2 of these stupid diffusion lights. That's all I got. It's not even that great. Like these things were like $30 5 years ago. Like, what are we even talking about? Couple things on kind of the movie standpoint. Did you see the Backrooms trailer that came out on Tuesday? Like, do you know? First of all, do you know the Backrooms? Do you know like of the lore, the stuff about the Backrooms?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, A24 is doing it. It looks really good. And A24, they know trauma. We know that. They've made great movies. Do you ever watch Midsummer?
Yeah. I think I do.
The one where they all go up to like Sweden and
Oh, okay, yeah.
The bear suit
Yeah.
and the fire and the old people off the cliff and I love that movie. Jackie enjoyed that movie, but she'll never watch it again. Pepper Jackie wants nothing to do with that movie. Absolutely nothing to do with that movie. I did that, and then of course, but yeah, they're doing the Backrooms. It looks like a really good adaptation. It looks really sharp, really cool. I really do enjoy it. Alicia in the chat says, I need to know how he made out with Putin in drag from the other week.
Oh, ELS would rather date a Russian woman than drink or something. Like last weekend or it was in the chat.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay. Because I was wondering, Alicia asked, where's ELS? I don't know. I don't know if he does. Like, I think maybe he doesn't come here because he doesn't drink. So maybe he thinks this is just like this is not his scene. And that's fine. We all love ELS. I posted his he's got a pretty good series about the history of all the different indoor football teams and arena football teams. I think his latest one is the Arizona Rattlers, who I remember from the original AFL, who's pretty cool. So I love ELS. I love the content that he puts out on his own channel. He's got great shit. Go check him out, ELS Train Tuber 501, if you're checking him out here. He's really cool, and I enjoy that. Yeah, Crafty. That the original photo was, I believe, posted on 4chan, like something like 10 years ago. And from there, it turned into like somebody did like a quick YouTube series about no clipping into the back rooms, and then it became its own, how the internet does, just became its own lore and picked up on shit like that. And then A24 said, hey, we're gonna make a movie about it. Also, the trailer for Masters of the Universe, the second trailer, the final trailer came out for it. Holy shit. This movie, listen, I don't like to get excited. I don't like to get that excited.
Exactly.
I don't like to get that excited.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Oh, it looks great, though. It looks fantastic. It looks exactly how I would want it to. I like the way they're going with the story. Like, it's not going to be a case of, like somebody brought up, and it was a very good point. Whenever you have, like, these kind of stories, they always try to do like a bit of a fish out of water situation where, it's the guy, he doesn't know where he's from, and then they got to bring him there, and he's like, oh, no, you really are the heir to this whole fucking thing, and then he's got to be like, I don't know, this isn't my fight, I'm not supposed to be here, I don't really, I don't have any emotional connection, and then it takes all the way to the third act before he's like, oh, all right, I'll fight for you guys because I'm just a good person, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, the fact that they're going into this movie with the fact that Adam knows he's from Eternia. He knows that's his home. That's where he should be. And that he's constantly trying to get back there. So that when he does go back there, there's an immediate emotional connection. He already, you don't have to work through all that shit. Yeah. I think that's one thing. I love how they're going with that story direction. Two, God, everything. Castle Grayskull looks amazing. Even Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms.
That scene of panning back. And saw it all there. Oh, dude.
With that, the sunset or sunrise or whatever, it just all fits so well. Everybody looks so good. Alison Brie as Evelyn. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything about that. And apparently you pointed this out. I didn't even know. What is Jared Leto Skeletor?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Skeletor. That's where everybody's like, why'd you get him? He's just CGI'd and very raspy voice.
I'll say this. He did a great job with the voice.
Yeah.
Because it sound like I did not know that was Jared Leto.
Yeah.
And I think Skeletor looks fantastic. I think somebody said they were upset because he looks too jacked. I was like, You not remember how fucking jacked Skeletor was? Like,
Yeah.
Skeletor's fucking jacked. I remember
The
my
only thing
fucking the old figure I had of Skeletor. Skeletor was fucking roided up, man.
Yeah.
Skeletor's got his
The only
shit.
thing
He
I'll-
could,
like,
he could go toe to toe with fucking He-Man. What are we kidding?
Yeah. That I'll probably like, when I say nitpick, I mean I'm really nitpicking. Obviously, he's a skeleton, but it just seemed like that one scene where he's walking up and you get to finally see his face. He's very, very white. I was hoping a little bit more like contrast.
You want more bony? You want a more bony
more
look?
bony. But
I
that little fight scene they showed, that was pretty badass too.
dude, everything about it looks so good. Cringer, Battle Cat looks so good.
Battle Cat, yeah.
It just Tila. They just really hit it. They really, and like I said,
I know you. Oh, go ahead.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing rumors, so I think he might be being held for kind of like a
second one.
surprise, or like he will make an appearance here. We don't know how long or what it will be or anything like that, but Orko, baby. I'm hearing word that, now, again, they didn't show him in the trailers, and that's fine, especially if they're holding on to him for like a nice little cameo
hold
and
him
maybe
for a second.
more in the second movie or something like that. But
Yeah.
fucking, I gotta have my Orko. Like I said, I don't know if I've explained to you sometime. When I was a kid, 3 straight years for Halloween, I was fucking Orko for Halloween. This is the level of amount that I love fucking Orko. I love that little fucking weird wizard.
Yeah.
You never could get the spells right, but he always came through in the end right when you needed him. That's what
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing. Like fucking Evelyn is using some magic and doing some shit. And it's like they don't have any magicians or anybody on their side. And this right at the last moment, fucking Orko shows up. It's just like, fuck yeah, let's go, fucking Orko. That's my boy. Fucking Lord.
Like I said to you, I hope he's a post-credit scene character, kind of like what Ghostbusters did with Slimer for the second movie.
Maybe.
Well, first movie going into the second movie.
I hope it's not that. From what I heard from the rumor, the scuttlebutt that's going around, is that he's going to show up somewhere for like around 5 minutes. Like it's not. He shows up, but he's not around for long. But he's there. So don't despair. But he's going to be there.
Yeah.
And in him being there for like the 5 minutes or so is also going to help maybe set up and have a bigger role for him in the second movie, if there's a second movie, if this does well.
Yeah.
And I honestly think there's enough of us in the world, us mid-40s millennials, that'll make this movie work.
Yeah.
That will make this movie work, and I certainly hope so, because I'm excited for that. But I'll tell you what. If I do go to the theaters, which is still very tentative at this point,
I'm going,
because I would have to end up dealing with people and teenagers, and I don't want to. I fucking hate those people. They just make going to the theater, especially here in North Jersey, is not a fun experience. It's just not. It's people are very rude. People are never off their phones. People never stop fucking talking. Never stop. It's just it's not a pleasant experience in the theaters. And people want to know why theaters are dying. Is it the prices? A lot. Yes, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But it's also the other people. Hell is other people, and other people in like just it. Even 20 years ago, it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. And like literally there are people taking phone calls on their speakers in the middle of a fucking movie. And for some reason, if I beat these people to fucking death, I'm the one who goes to jail.
Yeah.
Which is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So I have no idea if I do go to the theaters to see it. If I do, though, and my boy Orko shows up,
You're gonna be calling me on the phone.
Loudest motherfucker in that theater. I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be something. Crafty wants to know if Jared Leto's gonna have damaged written in big letters on his foreskull. Listen, I'll say this.
I liked his Joker. He's my number 3 Joker. He was misunderstood. What can I say? I understood him. I understood his pain.
I believe you and my lovely sister Charissa are the only 2 people that love Jared Leto as
Well,
a Joker.
she's
And
she's smart.
listen, I love my sister. I don't mean to put her on blast there, but she liked him for a completely different set of reasons than you would like him. So that is what it is. But here's the thing. A lot of people like to shit on Jared Leto. Like
Yeah.
when you go like as an actor, he's not. He might be unbearable to work with if you're a fellow actor. He might be fucking sniffing his own farts as he were, like all that kind of shit. But he's not a bad actor.
No.
Like he's taking on some real shitty roles. Morbius, fucking Tron Ares, that fucking piece of shit. How dare they fucking ruin my Tron with that fucking nonsense on the level of a fucking Kurtzman fucking Star Trek episode. So bad. No, it's just bad. It's just Kurtzman is. By the way,
Yeah.
Star Trek is apparently dead, and Kurtzman killed it. Way to go, asshole. But like, if you go back and actually look at like just the other week, I watched Requiem for a Dream again for the first time in a long time, because that is, by the way, if you're feeling kind of melancholy or sad, don't watch that fucking movie. I just want to point that out there right now. I knew that then, I knew that now. I was at least in a good place last weekend, so I could watch it and not be cripplingly depressed. But that's a great fucking movie, and he's very good in it. You know what I mean? Like he has very good movies, and he's very good actor. He's also been in a bunch of shit, and I think a lot of that is not so much that he's a bad actor and him acting in it made it shit. I just think they were just badly written, bad made movies, and he just happened to be in it. And listen, even the best actors in the world are in some shit movies. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you got to pay some bills. You know, I get it. Crafty says top 3 Joker list that isn't in any order is Nicholson, Ledger, and Romero. Here's the thing. Cesar Romero didn't even give a shit enough to shave his fucking mustache to fucking put the makeup on. So I don't know about Cesar Romero. If I have to put Jokers, I think it's hard not to put Ledger on top. And I grew up with Nicholson Joker,
1A, 1B.
and I love.
Yep.
Here's the thing: they're playing different eras and different versions of the Joker, and I get that. So it's really hard to delineate because it's really kind of 2 different characters. So it's really hard but it's hard to put Ledger not at number 1 because it was.
Speaking of Ledger's Joker character, the scene that he's walking away from the hospital and blows up in the background, and he stops and kind of turns around and looks. You know, that was all by accident.
Yes, I did.
It was.
I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that. I'm like,
Yep.
and I'm sorry if I'm walking away and I'm expecting the blast to go off right now and it doesn't, and I'm like, okay, just keep walking.
Well, that's it, because it was supposed to be
I'm
a big.
jumping.
It was like they told him it's going to be a big explosion. Just walk away like you don't care, anything like that. So we did that, and it exploded, but all of them didn't go off. And so that's the thing. You see him there, and he plays it off very well. Like again, and that's what I mean. I guess that's the point of when you say you're in character.
Now they're
You're
gonna
in
make fun of
character.
you for taking a shot of water.
And so then it does go off, and you see him go, "Oh shit!" and he runs into the back of school. Like that was good. And that's the thing. I don't know if the story is that Nolan purposely delayed the charge or not to kind of get that reaction from him without telling him, or if that was just a legitimate fault in the thing. Because I have a feeling like if that was a legitimate problem with the charge, that they would have immediately called cut. They would have killed all the electricity, killed all the wiring, and tried to fit. Because that's
dangerous.
Now you're talking about dangerous. I don't like that, but it was such that was a shot you can only get once.
Yeah,
that's a once shot because it was an implosion of an old build. I think it was a old parking garage that they made up to look like the hospital. So there's that. But I think if we're going to do that, I think I have to put Ledger. I'll put Ledger 1A and Nicholson 1B because it's
Totally
so
agree.
hard. It's so hard to pick between those. And then I'm gonna tell you what. Not live action, but Mark Hamill is my number 3.
Yeah.
At this point, when I think of the Joker's voice, I think of Batman the Animated Series. I think of Mark Hamill's voice. And that laugh, like that is
And
to me.
Didn't he play in the Killing Joke? Was that his voice or was that somebody else?
Yeah, he's done a lot of the animated Joker voices.
Yeah.
But like he did it first with Batman the Animated Series back in the 90s, which is where I first heard it. And then since then, he's reprised the role. And now I believe, now that since the voice of Batman passed away, unfortunately, he said he's not going to do it anymore because he said that was us, that was our dynamic, and without him, I'm not going to do it. But Adam, I think it was Conroy.
Yeah, Conroy.
And but I that's for me. It's you have Ledger. Now here's the thing. I liked Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin. Jacquer. I liked his Joker. Again, for what it was, and as kind of like a one-off origin story Joker thing. And that's the other great thing about that movie too, is that it has enough of that unreliable narrator thread to it, to where you're not sure if anything that happened in that movie is something that actually happened. Especially because you see, like, he's an older Joker and Bruce Wayne is still just a baby boy then, you know, and you see all that kind of stuff. So you stop and think that it's like, this still comes off as very much unreliable narrator, which is the Joker's whole thing. There is no origin to the Joker. You can't get there. So I thought that was really good. Crafty says the problem with comparing Phoenix to the other Joker is that he doesn't assume the Joker persona until the final minutes. Not exactly true. Because again, when the persona of the Joker isn't just the makeup. It isn't just, you know, that, or
it's the chaos,
or even embracing the that it's and especially with that movie, it's how he got there. Again, told from his own perspective, which is, we don't know, you know. And that's the whole thing. At the end of the movie, you see him laughing in the fucking asylum, and the psychiatrist asked him, "What's so funny?" He's like, "Oh, you wouldn't get it." It's just like, you know, because did he just tell her a whole fucked up story? You know, that's what I mean. It's like, you don't know. And so but I enjoyed that movie. That movie was good. That movie made me take a breath after going to see that.
Did you watch the second one or no?
Oh God, fucking no, absolutely not.
I had to.
Oh no, God, it's not a project. It's pretty. It's Good Friday. Oh my God.
Definitely not go to the movie theaters. Worth.
no, dude, that's not worth fucking streaming. Like, what are you doing? I will say this. From everything that I have heard, from the clips that I have seen, from very reliable people, and again, I like a lot of the channels that kind of do that, like do a bit of the reviews and see. Like, I watch Screen Crush. I used to watch New Rockstars. I don't watch them too much anymore. They fired a lot of people, unfortunately, there, who I liked. But like Screen Crush, Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, who, by the way, is the person I found out after I decided, I'm going to we'll do a little segment that we call the Open Bar and shit. Like, found out that he does a show called Open Bar. Like, fuck. Goddamn. So, sorry, Critical Drinker. I did not mean to steal from you. This is not what this Open Bar is not meant to be your Open Bar. I do apologize so very much.
Yeah.
But like seeing how they reacted to the Joker for les deux. Oh boy. So I don't. But I was going to say this. I would probably rather watch Cats again. I went to the theaters to watch Cats. I was Pepper Jack dragged me because Taylor Swift was in it. Which, by the way, is the only time in my life I ever thought about being a furry. So I'll just say that. listen, Taylor looked good as a furry pussy. She really did. But my God, is that movie so?
Was it?
Here's the thing. The only way I said I would rather rewatch that movie than watch Joker fully do. The only way I would watch Cats again is if I am high as a kite. Like I'm talking about, we're not cutting up the edibles. We're not taking half an edible or a quarter. We are taking full on edible, baby. We are going as high a milligram as I can get without fucking being sick.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and I'll watch that movie again. But that's about as far as we're going. Because, my God, the fucking dancing rats and cockroach scene, what the fuck was that?
That sounds like if you're on acid, but not on acid. You're
my
watching
God.
it.
James Corden is fucking atrocious in him. Rebel Wilson is fucking... Everybody in that movie is fucking atrocious. They got fucking Sir Ian McKellen and Dame Judi Dench to be in that movie. I don't know how much money those old fucks got. Not enough. Not enough, because they sucked at that movie. Like I said,
yeah.
Taylor was about the only reason to go see that movie. I think about that like Idris Elba, God bless him, wouldn't be me. Maybe you just wanted to be in skin tight suit dancing next to Taylor Swift. I understand that. In that case, fine. It works for me. I understand that motivation. Maybe then I might have done the same thing. But, boy, that maybe one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's up there with Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider may be the worst movie I've ever seen in the theater. And I hate saying that because I really was excited to see that movie way back in the day. Holy shit, that movie. I fell asleep in that movie.
Which Ghost Rider?
The first one.
Okay.
First one. I never even gave Spirit of Vengeance a chance after the first one. And from what I heard, Spirit of Vengeance was a worse movie than the first one. How? How was that a worse movie? How could you get worse than it? I don't even know. But boy, oh boy, Ghost Rider was so bad. And I love Ghost Rider as a character. He's one of my favorite comic book characters. That's why I was excited to go see the movie. Went to the movie. I fell asleep. My wife at the time, she fell asleep. It was so bad. And I went to the movies with her ass to go see the Santa Claus 3. And that, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I forget what Santa Claus 3. That was the one without.
That was the one with Martin Short.
Okay. Oh yeah.
The Escape Clause, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was just bad. But she liked cheesy bad shit, so I was like, I'll be a good husband, and I'll go watch it with her. And sure enough. Lloyd in the chat says the CGI in the second Ghost Rider movie was like a bad sci-fi indie movie. The effects in the first one were much better. And the story, okay. The story was so bad. It was just bad. And I think that was Peter, one of Peter Fonda's last films, I think. That's kind of like up there with. But see, here's the thing. At least Orson Welles' last film was in the fucking cinematic gem that was Transformers the movie, okay? In 1986, as fucking Unicron, no less. So at least Orson went out on fucking top, all right? That's what I'll say. But fucking, to have like your last movie be Ghost Rider?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't say, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to die on this day, so I got to do one last movie.
Eva Longoria, though. Was it Eva Longoria? No, who was the girl in there? Hold on. She was big in the 2000s.
Yeah.
What the hell? She had great tits. Eva Mendes, that was it.
There we go, yeah.
Eva Mendes. She was in there. She was in Training Day. She was in that. She was all over the place. Yeah, she was I mean, at least there was something to watch in the movie. I guess I'll say that. At least there was.
Well, you fell asleep. So how would you know?
Because I think by the time I fell asleep, all her scenes were done. To be honest. I don't know. Eva Mendes, yes, Crafty. Yes. Eva Mendes. Yeah, I don't think she's done anything else since. The Other Guys might be the last movies. Like, what that? Like, all of her movies. Yeah, Hitch, Ghost Rider, Too Fast, Too Furious, Training Day, and The Other Guys.
That was
Out
a
of
good
Time.
movie.
She did a lot of Denzel movies, huh? The Woman, We Own the Night, Bad Lieutenant.
Squirrel.
No, Gunshots.
Okay.
And Tire
Gunshots or
Screeching.
firecrackers? Oh, okay. So gunshots.
Yeah, there's Tire Screeching. What the? I gotta get out of this fucking town. I gotta get out of this fucking town. In case anybody wants to know, Bayonne, New Jersey is the worst fucking place to live. Don't ever fucking move here. Don't ever fucking come here. Don't ever come to the fucking area. Northeast New Jersey is a shithole. And it only gets worse when you go over the bridge to New York. New York City's even fucking worse. It's terrible. ELS says, yo, sorry, I'm very late. I just got home. Hey, no problem, brother. Hey, you know, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's what we do. You know, it just is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, Blade. Ooh, Blade. Blade was such a good. Now, see, Blade.
Yeah.
Blade is a movie that still holds up, man. Blade is such a great fucking movie. Even Blade 2. Blade 3. Blade Trinity, as it were.
Yeah.
But
Little
Blade.
shaky.
Blade and Blade 2 were fucking great. And I know the CGI, you look back now at, you know, Blade, and it's like, oh, the CGI looks. I don't give it. Like, the story
At
is
that
still enough for
time.
me. It still carries it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still carries it. Where it says Detroit sounds safer, it's not too far off. It is definitely not too far off there, Lloyd. I fucking hate this thing.
And with them pretty much canning the new Blade, that kind of opens the door for Snipes to take it back
like
up.
Snipes isn't going to come back. They'll find somebody, because that's it. They were going to do, what was his, Chicken Masala Ali, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
And that was in production hell for like 8 years, and then they finally just gave up on it. We're like, it's just not getting made. And that's a shame, because I love Blade, and I think he's a great character, but also at the same time, boy, it's going to be hard. You got, like, here's the thing. Like, I think to how they redid The Running Man. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to make this closer to the book than what the Schwarzenegger 80s movie was. And that might be the case. But I think, like a lot of people have come out and said about it, I think the Schwarzenegger movie and the story in the Schwarzenegger movie of The Running Man was better than the book that Stephen King wrote. It's one of those things where, because here's the thing, and at least in the Arnold movie, like, he's acting out of like a moral conscience. He does what he's doing because he doesn't want to see his friends or even light acquaintances. They're not even his friends. He just thinks, this is my problem, my burden. I don't want to see them suffer and die for something that is meant for me, and does that. In the book and in what was the most recent Running Man, he's doing it because his wife and daughter are going to die, or his daughter's going to die, or something like that, and she needs medical shit, and so he does become part of the show, but he also, while doing the show, does like horrendous, heinous, awful shit because he doesn't care about anybody else. He's kind of a dick. He's kind of an asshole in and of himself, and isn't really a good guy. But he's doing it because he wants to try to, you know, save his daughter and get more money for his daughter. Like, it comes off bad. Like, it doesn't come off good. Yeah. And so that's what I mean. It's like, you know, when you look at Blade, yeah, maybe the CGI is not up to par of what we're thinking now. Although CGI these days isn't that great, you know, especially when you compare it to like fucking Jurassic Park and to some of the other shit from 96, 98. Fucking shit looks so much better. I think. You ever watch that movie Dragonheart with fucking Sean Connery as the big dragon? Yeah. Yeah, like even there, like the CGI, like you could tell it's older CGI, but it's still fucking good.
Yeah.
compared to shit that you see today, like it's fucking incredible. But yeah, like if you're gonna redo Blade, you have to at least match, if not surpass, what that original Blade meant to like our culture and society. And I say that because here's the thing. To this day, that opening scene in the fucking club, when people hear that fucking music, and people use it all the time on TikTok now and shit like that, but when you hear that, the first thing most people think of, even youngins today, who weren't even alive then, the first thing they think of is that opening scene with Blade.
Yeah.
Fucking blood starts coming down. Dude, what a great fucking opening to that. Like, you couldn't get better than that. And it was such a good movie all the way. Some motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill. Like, come on! But, like, it's just great line after great line after great line. It was just such a good movie. Good scenes. Snipes was fucking excellent in it. Fucking Chris Christopherson, in one of his last roles, was great in it as Whistler. Like, it was just so many great, like, it was really good. Fucking Steven Dorff as fucking Deacon Frost in there was even good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just good. Someone explain to ELS who our favorite daywalker is. ELS is our good young dude. ELS is only, what, 22, I think he said? He just had his birthday recently, so he's like 20. He's 22. I forget how
21
old
or 22?
21, 22, somewhere around there. So yeah, he wasn't even a glimmer in his dad's eye when fucking Blade came out, man. So that's wait, ELS, how old are your parents? Like, are your parents like our age? Like, I wonder. Am I old enough to be ELS's dad? Because if I am, God, I'm gonna drink a lot more. I'll wait for it because it's delayed a little bit, so we'll see when it gets in here. And then we'll get out of here. We just not too. This was a good ramble. I like a good rambling show.
Yeah.
And like I said, we still don't have anybody doing questions and answers in here, unfortunately, which is what I'm kind of looking for. ELS says around 40 to 50. That's a 10-year fucking gap. I have no idea. I'm between 40 and 50. So I guess then yes.
I'm between 1 and 75.
6'7". All right. Well, I guess that does make me old enough to be one of ELS's. By the way, congratulations to ELS's sister. I did see that she's going to. I forget which college, but good to her. I don't know how old she is, so I'm not gonna mention anything about whether how she looks or anything like that. No inappropriate
he'll
comments.
Drop a train on you.
No, what?
He'll drop a train on you.
No, I thought you said. I thought you said something else about a train. As I'm mentioning his sister going to college. What a terrible thing, Jimbo. I was about to really yell at you, but.
I would never say
you. Oh, Mr. This is what people don't understand. This is what I was trying to say before. You try to play Mr. Oh, quiet guy, little innocent guy. Meanwhile, you say some of the most horrific shit I've ever heard somebody say. So I don't want to get into it.
There's a reason why last week when you were talking about your niece, I said, "Oh, is that the Gettysburg one?"
Oh,
used to give you
stop!
So much
stop
shit.
It! See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the shit that I'm talking about. See, yeah, me and ELS, no. See, ELS is what I'm talking about. Jimbo, jail, straight to jail, directly to jail. No trial, no nothing, just jail. Lloyd goes, bruh. Oh God, they're all turning on you.
I'll be on here tomorrow giving a statement that I'm going to rehab.
Alicia in the chat says ELS enjoys a good train. Oh Jesus Christ! Maybe not ELS. Maybe
you could
maybe
say
his sibling that might be going to college. I'm not gonna say any more than that. I don't want to. Yeah, you know what they say. Like I said the other day when it comes to uniforms, college is always where you go to experiment. You know what I mean? So, best of luck to her. I hope she enjoys her time at the University of Snow Removal or whatever the hell it is up there in Wisconsin. I don't know what northern Wisconsin has. Oh, geez. Now the chat's just disintegrating. The chat is just disintegrating. And a lot of that is to do with your wife too. Alicia does, she sees something disintegrating and she's throwing,
stirs the pot.
She is throwing kerosene on that particular campfire right now. And ELS, we look. Now we were wondering why. Whoa, ELS, why is he not in there? Where's ELS? This is why. This is why ELS doesn't come in here. This is exactly why.
I wonder if that college has a class on history of trains.
Stop it. You're too old to go to college.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, here on the Open Bar on Stay Tuned Sports every Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight, whatever fucking time it is. We'll be here with you, just doing shit like this. Apparently, we're just we're waiting for football. This is waiting for football season. This is what happens. We're just waiting for football season.
It makes you go crazy.
Yeah. Hey, the draft is coming up later this month, though. So
yes.
There's that. There's a little something there. So that's good.
Oh, one last little quick nugget here. You see, Jeremiah Love's kind of regretting entering the draft. He wishes he was back in Notre Dame for the upcoming season.
All right. Well, he can regret it all the time while he's in the backfield for the New York Football Giants.
No, you guys are taking a quarterback. Jackson Dart's going to be out of the league in 2 years.
Crafty in the chat says, this chat is disintegrating like Prince Andrew's royal titles. Jesus Christ. No, it's disintegrating apparently like all the Epstein files. Apparently. Mysteriously. Oh, my God. What happened to all the names? Oh. Just like Kaiser Sose. Gone. Lloyd in the chat says, yeah, we need the draft. Yeah, we need something. We need something to stop pulling a train on poor ELS. Just got to stop it. Just got to stop it.
I was going to go with a train joke too, but
yeah, no, we're both thinking train. It's just. Listen, it's not our fault that he loves trains so much. All right, it's low hanging fruit. We love ELS, but it's just we're awful human beings. Why are we so big? Are. But here's the thing. This is what I want to point out too. Like ELS, well, hopefully he doesn't think we're picking on him.
Yeah.
But we've been friends now for almost 15 years now, and I've been friends with other people for various amounts of times here or there and everything like that. Like, none of this is meant in any way, shape, or form to be hurtful or mean or anything like that. It's not like this is goofy shit. We have said, I have said some horrific things about Jimbo's absolutely amazing, lovely sister. Who she is amazing. She's a lovely woman. Love her to death. But I have said some horrific things. None of them are taken to heart. None of them are doing anything like that. It's just this is what we do. So I certainly hope that ELS doesn't take any of this to heart. We love you, ELS. We love your family. We love your sister. We wish her best of luck. All that stuff. We're just joking around. We're just having a little bit of fun, as we do here. Please don't fucking send trains to fucking murder us. That's the last thing we need. Last thing we want. We love you. And we certainly hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. And again, this has been the Open Bar. Thank you, everyone. So if you liked anything here, again, what's fucking wrong with you if you did? But if you do, hit the like button, hit the share button, let people know this channel exists, and of course, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, or this is your first time here, as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. The next time we will see you is, I actually don't know. Might be the next Open Bar. There might be something that happens in between there. If there's any kind of big breaking news, maybe I'll jump on here with something. I know the 15th is when Washington is saying they're going to release their uniforms. No word on the Ravens uniforms yet. There's been some worry now that they might not actually release any changes this year. That maybe that was just rumors and stuff, but it might be a little longer than that. I don't know. So we'll see if the Ravens do a little bit. They said it was only going to be a touch-up, so we'll see. And the Rams are happening at some point. I still don't know if they've made an official date for their release. So a couple more uniform releases. A couple more things like that. But so I think the next certain time that you will see Stay Tuned Sports jump up on here will be next Friday, right here, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Time, just Eastern Time, whatever it is. They need to stop with the fucking daylight savings times, please. Can we just make it standard and just move on? Let's all move on with our lives. Just go back to standard and let us live life the way it needs to be. Let us be like Arizona. Everybody be like Arizona. I guess. I don't know. That's the way to end this. Jimbo, any last parting words before we get out of here on this Friday?
Just come to the after party over in this Discord. I just got a message from ELS. He's gonna kick my ass, so I gotta go to Discord.
Oh, really?
It's gonna go on now.
Look at that. Oh, it's down.
Is he running a train?
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. ELS. I'm going to kick your ass, bro. Oh, no. You have invoked the wrath of the train master. I hope you're ready for the woo pain train. ELS is going to bring it.
I could have said something. I could have said something about that, but
stop.
I won't.
Stop.
We'll end it now.
That's only if it goes into the other hole. That's the pain train. And you'll find out in college. That's where you find that out is in college. I'm sorry, ELS. I really am. I really do apologize from the bottom of my heart. But until next week, my name is King. There's your good friend Jimbo. This has been the Open Bar on Stay Tuned Sports. We'll see you then, ladies and gentlemen.